massive flood disaster that struck Alabama on August 1st, 2025, was one of the most devastating in the state in a decade. Extreme rainfall, which fell for more than 24 hours, stemming from a slow-moving tropical storm system from the Gulf of Mexico, caused river overflows, damaged vital infrastructure, and caused mass evacuations in several major cities, including Birmingham, Montgomery, and Mobile. Since the evening of July 31st, Alabama has experienced exceptional rainfall intensity. According to the National Weather Service, NWS, areas such as Jefferson County and Shelby County recorded between 15 and 20 centimeters of rain in a single night. Major rivers such as the Cahaba River, the Black Warrior River, and the Alabama River overflowed their normal levels, inundating residential areas, roadways, and public facilities. Birmingham, the state's largest city, experienced a complete shutdown of its main road network due to chest-deep flooding. The downtown area was inundated, and the city's drainage system was unable to cope with the influx of water. In Mobile, water reached the first floors of homes and shopping malls, forcing residents to evacuate to higher ground. Local authorities responded quickly. Teams from the Alabama National Guard, the American Red Cross, and FEMA were deployed to vulnerable areas. More than 82,000 residents were evacuated, with many taken to emergency shelters in schools, churches, and indoor stadiums. While Alabama has not reported any fatalities, the tragedy has claimed lives in neighboring states. In Georgia and Mississippi, 9 people were reported dead, including 2 children swept away by floodwaters. Several Alabama residents are reported missing, and search operations are ongoing using inflatable boats and drones. Major damage occurred across various sectors. Power was cut off to more than 120,000 homes and businesses due to flooded power substations. Interstate highways such as I-65 and I-20 were completely paralyzed due to minor landslides and damaged bridges. Water supplies were disrupted in 7 cities due to submerged water treatment plants and contamination from floodwaters. Hospitals in Tuscaloosa and Montgomery were forced to evacuate ICU patients to makeshift hospitals on higher ground. In addition, more than 3,800 homes were estimated to have sustained significant damage, including hundreds of traditional houses in Selma's historic district. Aerial images showed cars swept away, streets turned into rivers, and city parks transformed into artificial lakes. Alabama Governor Sarah Caldwell declared a statewide state of emergency and appealed for immediate federal assistance. "This is the most critical moment in recent history," she said at a press conference at the Montgomery Civic Center. FEMA established an emergency coordination center in Birmingham and dispatched rapid recovery teams to the affected areas. The federal government approved an initial allocation of $150 million for infrastructure assistance and rescue logistics. Non-governmental organizations such as Habitat for Humanity and the Southern Disaster Recovery Network began distributing food, medicine, and bedding to thousands of evacuees. Meteorologists attribute the flooding to a combination of slow-moving tropical storm systems, increasing the duration of rainfall in one area, soil already saturated by previous rainfall, accelerating runoff and triggering flooding, climate change, which is causing more frequent and unpredictable extreme weather. Environmental experts at the University of Alabama recommend improving the city's drainage system, increasing river resilience, and limiting development in low-lying areas. Alabama can't rely on short-term solutions. "This is a systemic challenge," said Dr. Lena Whitmore, a hydrologist. Residents expressed both anxiety and hope. Nathan Parker, a Birmingham resident whose home was swept away by the floods, said, "I lost everything. My house, my documents, even my pets. But I'm alive, and I believe we will recover. Meanwhile, local communities are rallying together, providing food, shelter, and emotional support to those affected. Amid the darkness, the community spirit remains strong. With forecasts indicating the potential for additional rainfall over the next 72 hours, Alabama remains on high alert. Meanwhile, floodwaters stranded multiple drivers Thursday across central Harford County and northeastern Baltimore County. Rebecca Lamar recorded video of a frightening experience when a driver became trapped in high water on Pulaski Highway in Joppa as heavy rain saturated Maryland. Harford County officials reported that its special operations teams responded between 1:30 and 2:15 p.m. to 4 flash flooding incidents, as well as assisted Baltimore County officials with a rescue at Pulaski Highway and Jones Road. In Anne Arundel County, the wind from the storms were strong enough to spin up a very brief EF0 tornado, according to the National Weather Service. Officials said a waterspout became a tornado once it moved onto land in the Eastport area. In Harford County, the Joppa Magnolia Volunteer Fire Company and the Harford County Department of Emergency Services responded to several water rescues in the Joppatown area. I had never seen it like this before. Once I came across that railroad track, I figured I could keep going, but I couldn't, a neighbor said. According to fire officials, on Thursday afternoon, 2 people were rescued from floodwaters at Pulaski Highway and the Baltimore County line. Cars were sought in floodwaters on Joppa Farm Road, and occupants of a car reportedly made it to safety before rescuers arrived on Joppa Farm Road. Numerous people have been rescued from floodwaters as a result. Fortunately, there have been no injuries, the Joppa Magnolia Volunteer Fire Company said. Do not attempt to drive or cross flooded roads or sidewalks. Turn around, don't drown. A crash in the Joppa area involved at least one vehicle and an ambulance. Both vehicles were leaning on the side of the road on Mountain Road and Greenspring Avenue. Metro trains were held at the Falls Road southbound station because of flooding in the MT Washington area of Baltimore. The recovery process is likely to take weeks or even months. The government is urging residents to continue following safety guidelines and not return home until it is declared safe.